Hey everyone, welcome back to our series on the book of Job. Last time, we saw Job's friend Eliphaz try to comfort him, but it came out more like an accusation. Today, in chapters 6 through 9, we're diving deep into Job's raw and honest reply. This is where things get really intense. Job starts by saying, "If you could weigh my anguish and my misery, they would be heavier than all the sand on the seashores." He's not just sad. He feels like he's been shot by the arrows of the Almighty, and their poison is drinking up his spirit. He asks his friends, "Do you think I'd be complaining if everything was fine? A wild donkey doesn't bray when it has grass." He's saying his pain is real and unbearable. He even wishes for God to just end his suffering. He cries out, "Oh, that I might have my request, that God would grant what I hope for, that God would be willing to crush me, to let loose his hand and cut me off." It's a cry of pure desperation from a man who has lost everything. He feels his strength is gone and sees no future. Then, Job turns his attention directly to his friends. He accuses them of being as unreliable as a seasonal stream that dries up when you need it most. He says, "You see something dreadful and you are afraid." He's basically telling them, "You're supposed to be my friends, but you're just kicking me when I'm down. I didn't ask you for money or to rescue me from enemies. I just asked you to teach me, to show me where I went wrong. But instead of honest counsel, you offer empty words." In chapter 7, Job's lament continues, painting a bleak picture of human life. He compares his existence to that of a hired hand or a slave, longing for the workday to end. His nights are filled with restlessness, tossing and turning until dawn. He feels his life is fleeting, like a weaver's shuttle, and his days are without hope. He feels so hopeless that he decides he won't hold back. He's going to speak out of the anguish of his spirit, and this is where he starts to question God directly. It's one of the most powerful and relatable parts of the book. He asks God, "Am I the sea, or the monster of the deep, that you put me under guard?" He feels like God is constantly watching him, terrifying him with dreams and visions, to the point where he would rather die than continue living this way. He asks the big question, "What is mankind, that you make so much of them, that you give them so much attention, that you examine them every morning and test them every moment?" It's a profound cry of why me? Why bother with me at all? Then, in chapter 8, another friend, Bildad the Shuhite, steps up. And if you thought Eliphaz was harsh, Bildad takes it to another level. He's very traditional and basically says, "Look, God is just. He doesn't pervert justice. Your children must have sinned, and that's why they died." Can you imagine hearing that? He tells Job that if he were truly pure and upright, God would restore him immediately. He uses the analogy of a papyrus reed, saying it can't grow without a marsh. Just as the reed withers without water, so do those who forget God. Bildad is convinced Job is hiding some secret sin. Finally, in chapter 9, Job responds to Bildad, and his argument is brilliant. He agrees, "Yes, I know that this is true, but how can a mortal be righteous before God?" Job isn't claiming to be perfect, but he's questioning the very premise of his friend's arguments. He says God is so powerful, so wise, who can possibly stand against him? He moves mountains, shakes the earth, commands the sun not to shine. He's so far beyond human comprehension. Job feels that in any contest with God, he's bound to lose. It wouldn't be a fair trial. Though I were innocent, I could not answer him. I could only plead with my judge for mercy. He feels that even if he were to wash himself with soap, God would just plunge him back into the muck. The core of his problem is this: he's not a man like me that I might answer him, that we might confront each other in court. There's no referee, no mediator who can stand between him and God. He's alone, suffering, and unable to even plead his case before the all-powerful creator of the universe. He concludes this section by despairing of his life, weary and wanting to be left alone. Job's words are raw, uncomfortable, and deeply human. He's not afraid to voice his doubts and his pain. even when it means questioning God himself. This sets the stage for the rest of the book, where this profound debate about suffering, justice, and the nature of God will continue to unfold. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time as we continue this incredible journey. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you then.